I'm Caleb.
I'm Ginette, and this is Surely Mental. So, this is our first episode. Caleb,
Yeah, it is. Sorry. All right, no, serious. Fun fact. What is a fun fact about you?
um, I am on the track to reading 50 books this year.
50 books. That's crazy. I hate this so much.
We're leaving it in.
Yeah, probably because we don't know what we're doing. Uh, One fact about me is I also like reading books. I did not just steal that from Jeanette. I had that planned all along, actually.
I completely
Let's talk
believe
about how we
that.
met.
That's where we get dark.
Well, it doesn't. We don't have to get dark. We can do it in a light way, I think. Maybe.
You lead us off then.
Okay. It was a dark and stormy night way back in February, and we met in an undisclosed location at a creepy place.
We
But
met
we're
in a
not
mental
talking about
hospital,
this. Yeah, we did meet in a mental hospital. Yeah, we did.
but it was a
This
fun
is
mental hospital.
It was definitely fun. It was definitely unique, very interesting at times. Lots
They
of
aren't they aren't as scary as people make them out to be.
well, I was pretty terrified.
Oh, I was too, but once you get over it,
Yeah, I definitely feel like the stigma surrounding mental hospitals is worse than like actually being there.
mhm, if anything, the scariness about it is just coming from your own head.
Yes, and especially having anxiety throughout my whole life and like not really understanding what's going on and just kind of being bounced from location to location. I don't know if this happened to you, but before I actually got to meeting you, we were bounced around from place to place. And when you don't know what's going on, and of course, in that situation, nobody really tells you, it's very frustrating and very nerve wracking.
You went to multiple mental hospitals before ending up there?
No, but like I went from the hospital and then kind of got jostled around, and it was chaos.
Oh, I was just I was in an ER room, then I was in a mini mental hospital, but in the normal hospital, and then I got to the undisclosed location.
All right, how did we get to where we are today? Before, like, we we need to script this more because we are way off the rails, but that's okay. How did we
Yes,
get to
we
where
will
we are
learn from
today?
our mistakes.
That's an understatement. All right.
How
Well,
did,
major life events leading up to this point in your life.
not many, like, and not many of them are happy.
Well, they
Um,
don't they don't have to be happy.
well, let me think. Um, Probably meeting my current best friend was probably a big uh turning point in my life because I realized a lot of things about myself that I didn't like, and I changed. And then the incident of February 4th was a turning point, which will probably get discussed in a later episode. But that's not an episode zero story.
Oh, 100%. That is for a later podcast episode, which we are definitely going to get into because, again, that has to do with our backstory.
Yeah, and it's something that people shouldn't be scared to talk about.
No, they definitely shouldn't be, but they are,
Yeah,
and we're going to work on
it's
changing that.
society sucks. But
Yes, society does. I don't. I don't know that suck is the right word. There's probably better words to describe society out there. But for now, that's a pretty good one to go with.
Yeah. What are your major life-changing moments in your life?
This question went differently in my head when I planned out my responses to these. How did I get to where I am today? That's how did I get to where I am today? I don't I don't know how I got to where I am today. I can't name like major events that happened in my life. There was just
Yeah,
lots of
me
like
neither.
little ones that kind of all got put into this melting pot and then stirred around.
Yeah, like, I don't know, there's just so many events, like, not even major things, but sometimes it's just the tiny things that make the biggest difference, if you know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes, I do know what you mean. Like you don't even at the time you don't realize it's such a big thing and then you go back and you think about it and you're like, "Oh, that was a big deal."
Yeah. Like, for me, just, like, every like, there's just this, like, little moments I've shared with my sister where it's like, uh, this probably wasn't a big deal to her at all, like, it's not, like, a giant event, but just, like, it meant so much.
I had this realization over the weekend and it was like your best friend isn't necessarily like you aren't necessarily their best friend.
Mhm.
And that kind of blew my mind because when you think like back to like elementary school age, like everybody was best friends with everybody. But now it's like, yeah, I have a best friend. I could probably name that best friend, but I don't know if I'm the best friend of that best friend.
Yeah. It's for me, I'm pretty certain I am just because my friend, like, we have a pretty small friend group, and we've known each other for the longest. Um, but I have had situations like that in the past where, like, I don't know if this person cares about me as much as I care about them.
And then, of course, you have all the little thoughts in your head that are like, they're just making that up to make you feel good and all
Yeah,
those fun things.
I was thinking about that just the other day. Like, how do I know that they're not just, like, trying to be nice? Because that's what I would do.
Yeah. And like, especially working a customer service job, like I'm smiling to people all day long, but I don't like them that much.
Yeah. In my job, you just have to no matter how much you hate somebody, like if you don't smile and say goodbye, it's like that's a complaint to your manager.
Yep. And that we will probably also get into that in a later episode, all about capitalism and how the social hierarchy sucks. Bringing
Sucks
us
is a
back
very
down to earth
broad
a little
term.
bit, do you have any hobbies or things you're into right now?
Right now, I've been getting a lot into crocheting. Like, um, I've just been
That's
crocheting a bunch of roses.
I
Um,
am I don't know if I can find it right now, but I'm currently working on this little cactus cross stitch thing. So
that's cool.
you're gonna have like the little pot. I know like this is a podcast and people can't see it, but like if you could see it, it looks cool. Trust me on this.
Who knows? Maybe it will pop up on one of our social medias.
Um yeah, maybe. Another thing I
What are
wanted to
your hobbies?
get into. What?
What else are your hobbies?
What else are my hobbies? Well, I really like poetry. I have to say it. I have to mention it. Poetry is amazing.
It is, but I
Mic
could never
drop.
write it.
I don't know what else. I need to work on expanding my vocabulary because I use words like amazing, silly, crazy, and those, while they're great words, they're also not great words.
Mhm. I get what you
Like they're
mean.
not
I do
in
that
depth.
a lot. Yeah, I just use like the same word. Like I'll use very exaggerated words to talk about things that aren't really exaggerated.
Um, Another thing I wanted to get into is why are we like special enough to have a podcast?
And the thing is, we aren't, but that's the point. Like, I feel like a lot of like social media, especially, everything's like these really important people, but you never get to hear the voices of just like an ordinary person.
Yeah, you'll also get to like see us grow because I'm pretty sure that this first episode is gonna suck.
Yep. And nobody will
And
probably listen to this one.
no, but they might. And even if they don't, it's still like practicing our skills in podcast making.
And talking in general.
Yes, talking. I don't know. I feel like I'm a pretty talkative person in general, but it's very surface level. Like I don't
Hmm.
have deep conversations very often.
No, yeah, like whenever like someone wants to have like a deep conversation with me, I just end up like laughing it off and just like making jokes out of it. And it's like, should I be doing that? No. But like it's just uh like a reflex.
Yep. Well, you know what they say, comedy, no, wait, laughter is the best medicine.
I've
That's what I
never
was
heard that
looking
before.
for. You've never heard that before?
No.
Wow. Laughter, no, it's gotta be, hold on. I'm gonna do a quick Google search.
No,
We're
but
gonna edit this
like
pause.
what the people don't know is that this is a very last minute decision.
Yeah,
But it's one that's going to pay off.
we planned this yesterday.
Well, technically, the idea surfaced back in February in said mental hospital.
Yes, but originally it was gonna be more than just us two. But that didn't work out.
No, because rule number whatever was do not share your socials.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like they don't want you knowing other people
But
outside of the place.
the second time I went back, well, the first time I went back, um, the second time I was there, um, I was like talking, just like literally having conversations with this one person, and I ended up getting pulled into another room with one of the nurses and told that I would be put on whatever it was called, where you were like stuck to your room, like you weren't allowed to leave your room if I didn't stop talking to this person because they thought
Oh,
I was becoming too friendly.
what was the name of that? It was like I really can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
Reflection.
Reflection. Yeah, I was threatened to get put on
Reflection.
reflection.
They would put you into reflection. Okay, so laughter is the best medicine is believed to have originated from Proverbs 17:22 from the King James Bible,
Oh wow.
according to MrFeelgood.com. So that
A
means it's
very
legit.
reliable source.
Yeah, well, it was the first thing that popped up on like your little list of search results.
Hmm. Yeah. What
So
will this podcast be about?
that is a wonderful question. That is a great question. And we don't really have an answer for you right now. It's kind of just going to be us talking about whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah, like again, we came up with this yesterday, but that's not why. It's just like this is just gonna grow and it's gonna shape into whatever it's gonna shape into. And we've taken inspiration from some other podcasts that we enjoy, and we hope to make a lovely, um, like mixture and bring in our own ideas and just have fun.
That was like so beautifully said. It makes like I don't know. It makes it sound like we're deep people and we're not.
Nope. But we can pretend to be.
Isn't that what most people do? Like fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I say that all the time to
That
my mom.
that should be our slogan. Fake it till you make it.
Yes. No, but the whole point is we're trying to be real.
Yeah, well, I mean, the phrase implies that you're going to make it someday.
But like, we don't want to lie to our audience.
We're not lying. We're just not telling the whole truth.
Withholding information.
Yes, definitely withholding information. All right. Well, what
What's the
else is there
goals
to
for
talk
this
about?
podcast?
What are the goals for this podcast?
Like, I don't know, like, what is our release schedule that we discussed, Caleb?
Oh, we that was so condescending, Caleb. We are going to You know why? You know why this wasn't talked about? Because it's not in our notes. We need to get better at that. I don't see it anywhere
Yes.
in our notes. You can't add it right now. That's not how that works. All right. Anywho, we will be attempting to release a new episode every Monday of the week. I can almost guarantee you that we will not release one every single Monday because, school and life in general. But we will attempt to.
Yes.
That's
And
our release schedule.
should we pick a time to release it?
That's very sophisticated. I don't know. Well, like Mondays suck because of life and people working.
And school for those of us who have in-person school.
Yeah, I'm homeschooled. For those of you that don't know, I'm one of those crazy people. Um, we could do it like Monday afternoons.
Yeah, like roughly 2 to 4 p.m., maybe?
3. Why not? Why don't we do 3? Make it nice and even.
Yes, roughly 3 p.m. every Monday.
All right, our podcast will be released every Monday at 3 p.m. So join us then. And
And
yeah,
don't
I
hold
don't
us
know.
accountable if it does not get released on Monday at 3 p.m.
Yeah, because it's not going to happen every week, but we're going to try and do our best.
As only one can.
Yes, we're only human after all. Although that does sound a little bit narcissistic.
Well, maybe we are not narcissistic. You never know.
That is true. That is true. All right, I'm going to end the recording, and then we're just going to
Okay.
edit this last part out and schlup the outro.